The property boundary is up beyond those trees, about another quarter mile from here. I'm about a third of a mile from the top of the boundary. The property goes for a mile on this creek right here. This is the water source. And we're at the low point for water. Right now, you hardly anything coming in here. But the beavers plug this off. And the beaver house is right over there. In 1995, the owner of the property had so much problem with the beavers here that he went to the Department of Wildlife in Nevada, NDOW, and he obtained a permit to trap the beaver out of here. And it turned out to be the Nevada state record, the biggest beaver ever trapped, 65-pound beaver. That record's been beat since then, but this is where it came from. I was hoping to turn the water back on. I've got it all shut off because it's drying up. There's native Bonneville cutthroat trout in this pond that come from a lake way up in those mountains back there. And their water levels drop real low too in the summer sometimes, even those lakes dry up. So the Department of Wildlife comes down here to this private property and they net the Bonneville cutthroat. Oh, look, he's got something. You see that? Oh, yeah, it's a hawk. Got a mouse. Okay. So the DNR, they come in here and they net these Bonneville cutthroat to transplant them back up in their native lake up there. Now, in case you missed that beaver pond or that beaver house, I'll zoom in on it. That's it right there. So there's the pond, and you can see how far it is down to the house. So this is the Harbeck Ranch. The Harbeck family are the original pioneer family who settled this ranch. And I met Mrs. Harbeck, a woman who grew up in the older house on the property. And she was here 2 years ago with 7 of her daughters, granddaughters, great-granddaughters. She's 97 years old. She grew up out here in the 30s and 40s, and I'll show you the schoolhouse she went to. It's down here, it still exists. So the Harbecks, after they developed the water here, they wound up taking over the valley down there. They wound up owning or homesteading several thousand acres, and if you can see that big hay barn down there, that's part of the Harbeck Ranch now. The Harbeck Ranch stayed in the family until 2014. The lower section. This upper section was sold back in 1994. John Harbeck was the original founder of the ranch here. All this, about 50 acres, was all cleared by hand. And this was all alfalfa fields where we're driving right now. This is all hand cleared land, and all the rocks, you can see them stacked in hand stacked piles around the property. Now the current owner, after he bought it, he brought in a new mobile home, modern, and it's such a difficult road to get up in here. He opted to just go with a single wide mobile home, and that's amazing how nice they make mobile homes. That thing's got vaulted ceilings, it's all wood interior. If I get his permission, I'll show you inside of it someday maybe. But the first thing he did is build additions on either end of it, and he built like a grand master bedroom off the original master bedroom, and that's why you see that shed style roof on what would be the north side of the building right there. And then he put a big fireplace in the master bedroom. So yeah, his master bedroom is probably 300 plus square feet. It's very, very nice job what he did. He did most of the work himself here. Okay, we're back here. This all used to be canopy. It used to all be covered when he first bought it. This house was brought here from the Tooele, Utah area. This was originally, Mrs. Harbeck told me this when she was here. This was one of the Japanese internment camp houses that the government built back after World War II started. And after World War II ended, the government sold all these houses for $40 a piece. And all you had to do was move them. So these houses are scattered throughout this county in Nevada and throughout the area around Delta, Utah.